It's Wednesday, May 14th, 2014. Good morning, I'm forecaster Mark Spencer from neoweather.com. We'll have showers and storms later this afternoon. Some of those could be severe. We have the latest details for you. It will be turning colder for the weekend. How much cooler will it get? And when will this rain end? Get all the details and much more starting right now. Very active weather pattern setting up this morning as we take a look at the NeoWeather 3D Max Doppler Network radar. Look at the extremes here. 60s and 70s this morning along the East Coast out to the Mississippi Valley. 20s and 30s this morning for the central and northern plains. Look at here. Look at this temperature contrast here. 30s in Flagstaff, 70s in Phoenix. That's not very far. Yeah, there's mountains out there, but that's a heck of a contrast out there this morning. But now we also have this area of showers and storms moving up the Mississippi and Ohio River Valley. That's going to be affecting us basically through the end of Thursday and into Thursday night. We also have a stalled out cold front pretty much right here. And it was supposed to come through today. It stalled out this morning. Now, this changes our forecast quite a bit here because now we have the risk of some severe weather. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. Looking across our area this morning, temperatures are not too bad. It's pretty sticky out there, muggy and buggy, where the low 60s along the lakeshore, mid and upper 60s inland. And again, here's all the showers and storms around Cincinnati and points south and west. And now we're going to start watching from pop-up showers and storms right now around the Columbus area. Our cold front again, pretty much right across Toledo right now. It may actually even be a little bit further to the east. It is stalled out. It's pretty much stationary. It's not really moving right now. That's going to allow temperatures here to really heat up as things get going. We had some fog earlier, mainly along the lakeshore. That'll be lifting out. Visibility should be improving. It looks like they are. Cuyahoga County Airport's at 4 miles. Same at Lakefront. They were down to about 1.5 miles earlier. And elsewhere, it looks like visibilities are improving some. Lorraine is at 3 miles. And inland, you didn't really have any fog this morning at all, so not too bad, but a very active day in store today. Let's get right to it. We're looking at one of our high-resolution models this morning. This information literally just came in right before we started the video this morning. It's 9 o'clock currently, and we're looking at the 9 o'clock, and we're right now on the model. We're going to put this into motion here, and here we are at lunchtime. And look at all the rain out to the west. That's going to be headed towards us, and we're going to watch things really blow up here. Here we go, 1 o'clock. Look at southern Ohio. You got storms starting to fire around Athens and Marietta and points south, and then just east of Cincinnati. And as we get to 2 o'clock, boom. All these storms start to fire here around 2 o'clock across much of the state. Look, they're small, and they're going to get a little bit bigger. Here we are at 3 o'clock. They're becoming more organized. 4 o'clock, even more organized yet. Akron, Canton, east side of Cleveland, Medina, Brunswick, down towards Mansfield, and up to Vermilion and Sandusky. Lots of storms there, not quite impacting the Cleveland metro yet, but knocking on your door. And then as we get to 5 o'clock, here's rush hour, guys. Akron and Canton, you look okay. Worcester, Mansfield, you get into Lorain County, the Cleveland metro area a little bit. Those storms come sliding through about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this. We have our severe weather threats outlined in our NEO risk. We'll have that coming up in just 1 minute here. And it's going to be a pretty stormy evening too. Now keep in mind when these storms do fire, check our Facebook page, check our Twitter feed. If we need to, we'll go live on our live stream, provide real-time weather updates for you as the storms roll through. Our high yesterday was a record-breaking 88 degrees. We broke their old record of 86. Our low 66, the average high 69. Our record today is 91. We're not going to break that. No rain for yesterday, fortunately. Just over 3 inches for the month and about 15.25 inches for the year. Sunrise is at 6:09 a.m. and sunset is at 8:38 p.m. We did have a confirmed tornado yesterday. This happened on Monday. This is in Eaton Township, Lorain County, just to your north, actually, in and north and west is the city of Elyria. I wanted to show how close this was to a large group of homes. You can see that red circled area. That's a newer group of homes going in. Some of those are likely already occupied. Most of those probably are. Also, you have this highway here, State Route 10. That's a pretty heavily traveled highway. That connects with 480 at the turnpike. And then Butternut Ridge Road turns into Lorraine Road as you get to the east of State Route 83. This tornado only traveled about a mile. Winds were at least 86 miles an hour, if not a little bit more. And the path of the tornado basically went right across the field. It did do a little bit of a damage to a barn and a couple out structures, but fortunately no homes. But I just want to bring to attention here how close this is to a pretty heavily populated area. Imagine if this tornado dropped right on the other side of the highway. It would have been right in the middle of these homes. So very important. Yeah, we only had the one tornado confirmed on Monday, but very important to keep in mind that this was a heavily populated area, and had this tornado dropped just a little bit sooner, it would have dropped down right on several homes. Fortunately, it did not do that. It dropped in a field, traveled across the field, and lifted pretty quickly. Severe weather-wise, let's get to the pollen forecast first. Tree pollen is in the moderate category. However, with the dry day expected, I wouldn't imagine that this gets back into the high category once again. No grass pollen and mold spores still remain low. All right, severe weather for today. I had to update this from last night. If you read my text forecast, my forecast discussion, or you looked on our Facebook fan page, you saw I only had a low risk out for basically where this orange is. Well, now this area is going to be a medium risk. Around it, I've introduced much more of a low risk for a good part of the state. And the reason is this cold front, that as we mentioned, it stalled out. It wasn't supposed to stall out. It's supposed to be a slow mover across the state through the day. And stalling out means now we have this warm and humid air mass just kind of sitting here. And we had some rain in areas last night, so now, and we had the rain from Monday. The atmosphere is pretty fueled for severe weather later today, as we saw there on the Futurecast. And now we have to change things a little bit. In the medium risk area, damaging winds and large hail. Same for the low risk area. But in the medium risk area, we're also going to talk about isolated tornadoes. Now, we're not talking about big, long-track, long-lived tornadoes, but we're talking about storms capable of producing some isolated tornadoes here and there. Now, that could extend more into northeastern Ohio, too, to the Akron, Ravenna, Kent areas, maybe even up towards Medina and Youngstown, perhaps. We'll keep a very close eye on that. Things are going to be moving from the southwest to the northeast. So it's not going to come from the west. It's going to come more from the south. Let's keep that in mind. Timing on the storms looks anytime between about 2-3 o'clock on up to about 9 to 10 o'clock tonight being the best threat for the storms. Make sure you stay right here with NeoWeather for the very latest on that. Again, here's our Neo risk with the threats. Heavy rain, of course. Lots of water with this system. The ground is still very saturated, so heavy rain and flooding are very possible. Damaging winds and hail as well. Again, tornadoes. I had this out last night as a low risk. Now it's going to be a medium risk because the potential is there for a few more than just one or two. We could be talking about 3, 4, 5, or 6 perhaps through the course of the evening across a good part of the state. So tornadoes, again, medium risk. We had to increase that. Our forecast for today, it'll be humid, warm, severe storms later, high of 75. You're going to start around the low 60s at 7 a.m. Cleveland, partly cloudy skies through the morning. You're up to about 70 by 11 a.m. Scattered storms start around 2, continue through the evening, 75 at 2 p.m. and 67 as those storms roll through at 5 p.m. Akron and Canton, much the same. You're going to get warmer, though. I think you're going to hit 80 today. Storms could be severe later this afternoon. You're going to also start around 63 at 7 a.m. It's going to be humid here as well. Storms possible to the south and west of you by 11 a.m. Those would not be severe. Those would be just small little pop-up storms right around 74, 75 degrees. By 2 p.m., you're up to about 78 with scattered storms and around 80 by 5 p.m. with those scattered storms moving through as well. Overnight tonight, scattered showers and storms. Some of those could be severe through about 10, 11 o'clock. By midnight and later, rain and possibly a few more storms are going to move in with that cold front. Look, the lows don't go very far. We drop in the lower 60s, but plenty of rain is coming our way. Over the next 7 days now, showers and storms for your Thursday. Cooler 68. Temperatures will likely slowly fall through the day as that cold front slides east. For Friday, kind of a cool raw day a little bit. Morning showers to the east, then we'll start clearing out. 57 for a high. Kind of chilly for this time of year. For the weekend, it's not too bad, but it's not ideal. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers for your Saturday. Still a little unsettled. We'll be right around 59, 60 degrees. A little bit better on Sunday. Just some isolated showers around. We'll be around 60 again. A mix of sun and clouds. If you have outdoor plans, Sunday's probably the better day for it. Next week, we start clearing out as high pressure builds into the area. We will gradually warm up. 62 Monday, 67 Tuesday. By middle and late next week, we should be back well into the 70s. Again, stay right here at neilweather.com for the very latest and most up-to-date coverage on today's weather.